Go talk to a man who cannot handle his emotions. Go marry him, and when someone breaks in the house, he's gonna stay underneath the sheets talking about my feelings, my feelings, my feelings. And you, as the wife, are gonna have to grab the gun, grab the baseball bat, whatever, and go talk to the robber. That's toxic masculinity to me, a man who does not know how to control his feelings. People walk around on Facebook saying, I own my own business. No, you don't. You own your own job, because without that, like, no one would buy your business. You've sold 3 policies and you just try to spam your Facebook with soliciting. Like, if you don't get a life insurance quote from me, you're a piece of shit because your family's going to have to get a GoFundMe when you die. I'm like, do you think anyone's going to buy from you?
Yeah.
Like, you're just calling people pieces of shit. You're trash talking. When I see that, I'm like, I just laugh. Like, I want to chuck my phone out the window because I'm laughing so hard at these people. You'll buy hair and nails, but you won't buy insurance, Paul. Like, shut up. These days of trying to pressure people into making decisions just to fill up your pocket bank, go watch the reaction video I just did with Justin Brock, because one of those comments.
Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw it.
As you can put all your money on a whole life policy and turn into a whole bank. Plus, GoFundMe is for chumps and losers who die unprepared. Dude, it was so funny, man. He says, let's fill up my pocket bank so I can get higher comp in a trip to Hawaii or something. Like, I love calling this shit out because it's so disingenuous. But It's like, you're taking the right approach to this. Dude, if you just work at this for 10 years consistently, and let's say you sell 100 Medicare policies a year, worst case scenario, like if Joshua can do almost 600 in one AEP, you can do 100. Would you agree with that?
More than that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He does, like, it's phenomenal. But it's like, imagine you do half of what he does every year. In 10 years, that's going to be juicy, my man. Like, you'll be the flyest robot around here. When we merge with Chat GPT and all this bullshit everyone's like over, we'll be some pretty cool robots, my man.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be the running buddies bots. But no, what's been like the hardest thing for you to grasp in the course? Like, as a new agent, I love getting feedback on the product. What's been the hardest thing for you to grasp so far from the coaching?
Well, a lot of the concepts I'm still trying to really understand, but there's just like some beliefs that I'm still trying to understand.
So it's all in the mindset stuff. The sales stuff, all that stuff is like very to the point.
Yeah, it's just hitting people's pain points.
Yeah, so all that stuff is awesome. The prospect knowledge, all that stuff is awesome. Your main thing is beliefs. So would you like to know why this is hard for you to grasp?
The only thing I could say was probably because I was in the labor worker, and now I'm in the business owner. So it's a
very big difference, but you also have not experienced a lot of that stuff yet.
Yeah.
Like, you understand the concept, you understand the belief, you just have not been able to apply it yet based on personal experience. Does that sound about correct?
Yes, exactly.
And so that's the cool part, is one day, 6 months down the road, you're going to do something that's so difficult and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is what he meant. Like, this was so simple. Because trust me, it happens to me all the time. You're going to like, this is what he meant by this.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I did not see this. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. It's like when you learn a secret, it's no longer a secret. It's like, this is obvious. So no, I'm glad it's just the mindset stuff, because that tells me the rest of the product is pretty phenomenal. So what's been your favorite part about the coaching so far?
Having access to you.
Fair enough, my man. What about it?
If, like, now that we're on here, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah, ask away, man.
I heard this is one of the beliefs that David Duford said: to be ready to invest time, money, and massive amounts of attention upfront without a guarantee of a return. What can you say to someone that's getting into the industry and hears a belief like that?
It's 100%. The barrier of entry is so low. Like, most people, if they had to become a doctor, they're not going to get on YouTube or get a like 12 years of schooling, whatever it is. It's any Tom, Dick, and Harry with 40 hours and $50 for a licensing course, then another couple hundred for state licensing fees, and now you're a business owner. Now you're posting on Facebook telling people if they don't buy an insurance policy, they're a piece of shit.
Stop it. Get some help.
And that they're going to leave a GoFundMe behind, like 99% of the agents out there. But what I would say about it is it's 100% accurate. I saw a return very quickly because I paid down my time tax of ignorance very quickly with large amounts of volume. I stayed under tension. I did not let myself out of pressure. As a man, I had to back myself in the corner. I started with like after a couple months of being in this industry, I got really good really quick simply from doing volume. And then I started investing in coaching when I realized like my leaders above me at the company I was with, they have a limited model of the world. What's a lot of money to them is now a little to me. Like I surpassed their vision. I started thinking bigger than them. So I had to find people who thought bigger than me again because I wanted more than what they had. Because quite frankly, like it wasn't enough for me. It was very limited. It was very scarcity mindset. They were a lot obviously older than me. So they've been running the same patterns that most of the union workers have for years. American dream, family, six figure. Like, no, I want to be like a billionaire. I want to be able to just write somebody a $500,000 check one day for no reason, because while I love helping people out and giving my words, sometimes a $500,000 check will solve a lot more shit. Would you agree? Advice is nice and all, but it's like if you can just write something like, here, I don't want to hear you bitching about this anymore. Exactly. Someone just came up and gave me a $500,000 check. I'm not going to complain. Like, oh, okay, well, I can go do this now. You'll find the negative Nancys and the Karens out there. Well, what do you want in return? Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. It's Mason VanMeter. Just a brief moment of your time. This is important, I promise, and we'll get right back into the video. I understand that most people that watch my videos, funnily enough, are not actually insurance agents. You're a family, you're a brother, you're a mother, father, sister, whatever the case is, and we all know social media is not going anywhere. Now, I know most of you are probably going to have some type of financial burden that you're going to leave behind in the event that something unfortunately happens to you. Now, what we see on social media is 99% of these insurance agents pitching these ideas like infinite banking, tax-free retirement, and to be quite honest, most of them do not know how to structure these policies at all. Now, why is it important to you? Because they're going to put their own pocket bank first. They're going to put their commission raise first. They're going to put this free trip to Hawaii, all expenses paid, first. How are they going to do that? They're going to screw you over on an insurance policy that they were taught to drive up target premiums on. That way they get a fatter commission deposit. And I think that's wrong. So before you buy into one of these concepts that these people just clearly do not know how to use. So before you buy into one of these get-rich-quick schemes as one of these TikTok or social media insurance agents showed you, understand that they're putting their best interest first instead of your best interest. And I think if you've been following me for a while, you understand that I train insurance agents to always put their prospect and their client's best interest first, because when you do good in the world gives you good back. And that's a principle that I'll live the rest of my life on. So before you sign any type of applications or paperwork with someone who's pitching these concepts that they just do not understand to you, reach out to me on any social media platform at Mason VanMeter. I'm not that hard to find. Or text the number on the screen and I'll partner you with one of my agents that I personally trained who is focused on putting your best interest first rather than their own pocket bank. Like I said, I understand most of you are going to leave some type of financial burden behind, and you don't want to do that. You want to be someone who's remembered as someone who planned ahead and someone who cared enough about their family and friends and loved ones to protect them before the disaster strikes. Let's go ahead and plan for the vacation that we know we're going to take one day. So reach out to me or once again text the number on the screen and I'll partner you with an agent who's going to put your best interest first instead of their own bank account. Thanks for watching. Let's dive back into the video. I'm not that type of person that's going to dangle keys over your head like, remember that time I did this? No. But it's like, yeah, I expect a high barrier of entry. Not to put myself on a pedestal. I learn a lot quicker than other people. I can change my behavior instantly. I can change it instantly. I can control my state of mind. I understand not everybody can do that. And I get called narcissist, toxic masculinity, all this bullshit all the time. Like what you're telling me is you just think I'm cool. You just think I'm so cool.
You're saying you have a lot of impulse control?
But yeah, I can completely control what I do, what I say, what I think, and what I feel. And like as a man, regardless of what I feel in the morning.
Oh, dude, I do not want to get out of bed. I just want to go back to sleep.
Nope. Like ice bath, gym, like it doesn't matter. I have shit to do. The world's not going to stop because I'm feeling fucking sad. It doesn't matter how I feel. And like the guys out there who are like, oh, my feelings. Like these are the ones out there doing stupid shit. I'm serious. Toxic masculinity to me, when people call me that, I'm like, do you have any clue what you're talking about? Go talk to a man who cannot handle his emotions. Go marry him. And when someone breaks in the house, he's going to stay underneath the sheets talking about my feelings, my feelings, my feelings. And you as the wife are going to have to grab the gun, grab the baseball bat, whatever, and go talk to the robber. Let me know how that goes. That's toxic masculinity to me, a man who does not know how to control his feelings. If you look at all these school shooters and shit like that, these are the dudes doing that shit because, oh, my feelings are hurt. Someone called me something I don't identify with. Like, that's stupid. You don't see me over here playing with Barbie dolls and makeup. Just how the world's working. Hard times are being created. Like, weak times are being created by weaker men. That's just how it is. And so, like, I'm bulletproof when it comes to my mindset and my vision of the world. You cannot convince me that the word failure or try exist. They do not exist in my dictionary. You cannot make me believe something is a failure or anything like that. No, you learn what works or you learn what doesn't work. You do it or you do not do it. There is no try, as the little green dude Yoda says. But it's like, you're going to have to invest a lot of time, effort, or money into this industry. It's hard, and it's getting harder because of other agents going out there on TikTok saying, hey, if you're 89 years old, I'll help you do infinite banking and IULs, and we'll get you $1 million of coverage for $20 a month. I know you had 3 heart surgeries, you died and came back to life, you're in a wheelchair, you're missing both of your legs. They make it harder for everyone else. Because when that idiot calls his leads, he promises all this bullshit, they get declined, and now they don't trust anybody else because they made a bad decision. It's a hamster wheel.
Yeah, but you can't do that with Medicare.
No, I know. And that's why I told you to get into that. You're young, like you have plenty of time to make mistakes. I wanted you to go with someone who's going to be able to help you out. I
wish someone would have told me like what I know now getting into the industry.
Because you feel betrayed, right?
Yeah.
You can't trust people. And it's like, this makes my job even harder. When people come in for coaching, they're like, well, our sales training says this. Like, I don't give a shit what your sales training says. How many policies are you and your upline writing a month? I wrote 1 policy last year. Oh, okay. Well, are you ready to start making money, or do you want to keep doing that stupid shit? You want to keep believing the lies? Like, oh, you sell 2 policies a month and they're trying to get you to recruit 20 people a month. Let me know how that works out for you when everyone leaves and you get roll-up debt. Let me know how that works. If you can't sell 6 figures in a year by yourself, you probably don't need to fucking recruit. That's simple. Why would you bring someone else on if you don't know how to train them efficiently and effectively? You're over here selling Yvonne and like skincare, like you're over here selling solar and you're trying to hire an insurance agent. Like, it's a disconnect. They're not going to understand. And you already now have trust issues for the industry.